Fam, you wouldn't show up to your game unprepared, so why you still wilding out down there? That's why I had to collab with Manscaped. It's all about precision, confidence, and staying ready for whatever's coming your way, if you get what I mean. When you feel clean, you move different. And on the Courtnee Edgar show, we keep it real, we keep it sharp, focused, and ready for anything. Now, I ain't gonna steer you wrong, so you gotta make sure you hit the link below. The link is gonna be in the description as well as pinned in the chat. And look, get your Manscaped kit right now and stop showing up to life unprepared. Now let's get into it. Welcome to the Courtnee Edgar Show. What up? What's poppin'? What's good? What's good? Welcome to another show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube, where we talk about everything under the sun, as long as we get back to the money, real conversations, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. Listen, man, we got some fire topics for y'all tonight. We got a ton of topics to cover tonight. So y'all make sure y'all lock in with your boy. Get the seatbelt, strap in, you feel me? Because look, we got some shit to cover. And look, it's going to be real drama-fied today. It's going to be real toxic tonight. It's going to be real toxic. I'm going to go ahead and call a spade and call it for what it is. But y'all like that shit anyway, don't you? So it ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new for y'all. So, but before I get into it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. All right, little housekeeping real quick. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Actually, I think either I probably will be doing a video. If not tonight after the live stream, it will probably be tomorrow. I'm going to be doing the video of the 0 to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Just giving you the ins and outs of YouTube, how to get to 1,000 subscribers so you can get monetized, and what things to actually focus on before you actually get to the 1,000 subscribers. So you definitely want to tap into it. It's definitely a lot of value there. Definitely going to have a ton of more videos coming in, especially how to learn how to save your money, because it ain't just about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep. That's the one thing that people don't understand. So I'm definitely going to teach you the basics on how to get started in doing that as well. All right. And so much more. We talk about Patreon meetups. I'm going to be hosting. That's going to be a thing that's going to be coming up. So like I said, make sure that you are a Patreon member. Earn, not giving community. All right? You feel me? So let's go ahead and get into the first topic of tonight. Now, we've been seeing a lot of different things in the media. You know, people mad at Trump, people mad at the world, just so many different things, lockdowns, all these different things. But we have another issue in regards to the ABC community. So apparently there's this trans, ended up going into the woman's bathroom. And this biological woman, she is highly upset with the fact of this man being inside a woman's bathroom. So let's go ahead and hear what this video is about, and then I'll dive into it. I'm going to play two videos. I'm going to play this version, then I'm going to play another version of the T dude, the trans. I'm trying to get my pronouns correct, man. Listen, try to get the pronouns correct. I'm trying not to offend nobody, but dog, that's hard. So let's go ahead and get into it, bro.
I just had the worst experience ever at the gym, at Gold's Gym. And I think this is probably happening at gyms across America, where like trans women are going into the women's locker room and not really caring about how women feel about it. And it's really hurtful, yo. Like, how you gonna say you want to be a woman or that you are a woman, but you don't give a fuck how women feel? Ooh. Today I was naked in the locker room. I turn around and there's a man there. in boy clothes, lip gloss, standing there looking at me. I'm butt naked. So the first thing I think is maybe there's a worker in here. Maybe I missed the sign. I say the word sir to say, sir, what are you doing in here? He goes, don't fucking talk to me. I'm a woman. I have a right to be in here. Immediately, I'm fucking pissed because I'm butt naked. I feel violated. I feel like weird. Like, I don't want to deal with this, right? So the girls are walking in and they're seeing the commotion and they actually chime in and say, yo, I don't know why he's in here. He's not supposed to be in here. And then I talk to the people that work at Gold's Gym and they don't really have anything to do. They just like, oh, we can file a report about it, incident report. What the fuck is going on? Like, listen, how can you say you're a woman or you want to be a woman and you don't care how women feel? That's nothing more manly than not giving a fuck about how women feel, I'd like to think. And I get it, like, everybody has their own things, and I don't want to say that I know everything about gay rights or trans rights. I'm a lesbian. I've been a lesbian my whole life. I treat people how I want to be treated regardless of whatever their sexual orientation is or whatever they decide. Mm-hmm. So I'm not transphobic, and I'm not homophobic. I'm not straightophobic. I'm not racist. None of these things. I just believe in treating people how I want to be treated. Why do you guys think it's okay for men to be in the women's restroom? And like, when is the cutoff point? Is it like, oh, you cut off your penis, you can come in here? Why aren't women making the laws? And if you really want to fucking be safe and feel good, why don't we just make trans restrooms?
That's a good point. However, y'all are the ones that's voting for it. Y'all are the ones that's advocating for it. Y'all are the ones that's, it's okay, let love be love and all this, let people can do what they want to do. And that's fine. Do what you want to do. Listen, do what you want to do as long as it doesn't impose, as long as it doesn't impede on anybody else's life. And this is exactly what's going on. This is exactly what happened. This is exactly what y'all had voted for when y'all voted Biden into the office. When y'all voted Obama into the office. This is what happened. This is what happens. And this is exactly why Trump decided to say, nah, fam, we ain't going that way. We not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not going to address you by your pronouns. Nope. We're going to address you as you are. If you are a man, you're a man. If you're a woman, you're a woman. We're going to call a spade a spade. We're not going to confuse nobody. We're going to call it for what it is. If it quack like a duck, if it walk like a duck, if it swim like a duck, God damn it, it's a duck. And so these are the things that we don't advocate for. Yeah, and I agree with you on this aspect. Miss Ma'am, I agree with you on this aspect. If you want to be that, advocate for having your own bathrooms. Advocate for, the trans community. Have them advocate for their own bathrooms. Instead of trying to confuse, instead of men, because mind you, this is crazy to me. I have yet to see a trans man walk into a man's bathroom. I have yet to see that. Maybe y'all have seen it. I have yet to see it. I have not seen a trans man walk inside a man's bathroom. I have yet to see that. But we see a lot of trans women going into women's bathrooms. And we've also found that there have been a lot of so-called trans men faking to be trans just so they can go into the women's bathroom. Nah, if you really and truly believe and advocate for this equalness, advocate for your own bathrooms. How about that? You can stay in your own lane. Nobody gonna come in there and bother you. You do your own. Y'all do your thing. That whole community, y'all got your own bathrooms. Nobody's gonna go in there.
Because it ain't right. The way I feel right now. And don't come into my comments about he gay, he ain't looking at you. I don't give a fuck, bro. It's about a feeling, yo. Like, if you've never been a little girl who been touched or been through some shit, you won't understand that feeling. And you've never been a little girl.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. It oh, listen, this is a slight derailment. But have y'all ever, let me see, I want to see how I can address this. Then that will make them different. They don't want to be treated. Well, that's the problem. They want to be different. They want to be different. They want us to feed into their delusions. So guess what? If they really want us to feed into the delusions, guess what? I would tell them, all right, go ahead and create them their own bathrooms. Because regardless of how they want to look at it, yeah, you are different. They make wheelchair accessible homes. They make wheelchair accessible parking lots for people who are handicapable, who cannot walk, who are in wheelchairs. So yeah, they are different. Regardless of how they want to feel, yeah, cool. I'm still gonna treat you like a human being at the end of the day. Yeah, so we're equal in that aspect. But the way that you live your life and the way things happen in your life and the way that you do things is gonna be different. It is what it is. Because you can't, if you still got a schlong and you walking in there talking about, yeah, you a girl, but you still got a third leg walk between your legs. Nah, G, you need to be in that man's bathroom. Why are you over here? Like, nah, what we doing? They don't think that they are different, but they are. And that's the problem. Ain't nobody trying to feed into their delusions. I'm not feeding into that shit, man. I'm not feeding to that delusion. Nope, not doing it. Not doing it at all. I forgot what I was going to say. And what was I going to say? Guess wasn't that important. So let's move on. Let's go to this next. Let's go to the other video from the point of them catching him in the actual bathroom and people kind of addressing him. So let's get into that one.
Not okay.
How are you?
Did you tell me or not?
Look at this shit. You clearly can look at this fool and say that know that he a man. And come on, dog.
Not that women like to see
I'm
dick.
the guy asking you a fucking question.
Exactly. Get out of the way now. No. Now he knows how to be a man, right? Now he knows how to be a man. Stay out of the women's locker room. We don't want it. He needs to have his gym membership revoked for that shit. And the woman told you. He assaulted me. The girl told already. We already filed reports. No.
That's fine. I want the video.
You can't get rid of me for this. I'm a woman and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there.
He walked right back in there. He walked right back in there, bitch, too. He walked right back in that bitch. Bro, what?
It's okay. It's not okay. I'm not causing.
How are you?
Fam. Oh my God, what's a little? Oh my God, dog. I don't understand it, bro. What happened to the world where we knew these individuals knew that they were men, and they just say, "Look, I know I'm a man. I ain't crazy out here in this world, so I'm not finna sit up and try to force nobody to believe that I'm a woman." They know that I'm a man. They know my name is Janet now, but my name used to be John. My name was John, now I'm Janet. They know this, and I know that I'm not a woman, but you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. Have y'all also noticed that there's always a link back to someone's past? That there was some sort of touching when they were younger. There was some sort of touching, whether it was from a family member, a stranger, whatever the case may be. Typically speaking, not always the case. Nothing is absolute. So I want y'all to understand that. But typically speaking, most times when somebody is on the other side, they on the other side. They've been touched when they were younger. They were touched as a kid. I don't know. I never understood what the correlation is between that. Never understood what it was. But there's always a correlation. It was always a correlation. Always a correlation. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. So look, let's go to this next topic. Let's go ahead and keep this train moving. Ooh, do we want to go to this one? I actually do. Damn, I got 2 of them joints. All right, so look, we're gonna go to this one. Yeah, for them. Yeah, Joe, for them to turn. Yeah, for them to turn. Yup. You know what? Let's do this. Let's make my life a little bit easier. There it is. Please advise. Please advise. Please advise. Okay. Let's go to this one. Let's go to this one. So, I came across a video. Of this in regards to this man telling this woman that he wanted her to block her ex. Now, the reason being is because she is texting him. She's texting him. Not just because he's insecure or he ain't got the confidence. He didn't care about it. But the fact that she continues to keep texting him is an issue. But what's even more crazy is as to why she keeps texting this fool. So I'm gonna play the video, then I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. All right. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's do this one. Let's do boom. Do I want to do this? No, that's wild. Let's kind of cover it up a little bit. All right, let's go.
So is you gonna do it or what? Like,
no, I'm not doing that, babe. I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
What you mean? Why would I want? I don't want to do that.
You just gave me reasons. Listen.
But listen,
you
gotta think about it. We had history, right? And if I block him, he's gonna be like upset. He's gonna be worried and wonder where I've been at, what I've been doing.
Why? Oh my gosh! Why the fuck are you worried about what he's gonna be worried about?
What you mean? That's my ex.
So what?
If it's my ex, why wouldn't I be worried? Of course, I still care. Like, I mean, I don't care about him, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Are you okay?
Babe,
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you can't block him right now, I'm gonna have to go drop you off home.
I'm not blocking him. I'm not blocking
All right,
him.
cool.
I don't care. So I don't know what you got to do because I'm not blocking. I don't care. I love you, and I don't love him anymore, and I'm not blocking. Like, what's the point? What is it gonna do?
What is the point of you keeping him?
That doesn't mean he's not gonna still.
You want him to still text you and stuff and see your stuff for what?
I don't want him to text me, bro. Like, now you're about to get mad, bro.
No, if you can't block him, then we're done. I'm telling you.
I'm not blocking him.
Okay, well, all right, so we're done. I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna take you home. Yeah, of course. I'm gonna take you home, and you're gonna have to figure out what you're gonna do with your ex.
Now, all right. This is why I'm definitely not.
Oh, here we go. Another situation. And y'all wonder why we continue to keep having these conversations in regards to dating and relationships. Y'all wonder why there's a continuous conversation, why we always have conversations in regards to relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because of shit like this. That's the thing, Joe. I don't know if she has a kid with this dude. I doubt it. I hope that's not the case. Because I mean, if they had a kid, that'll be a different conversation. But it doesn't seem as if they have a kid together. And so you mean to tell me that you, as a woman, you claim to love this new guy that you're currently with, that you won't block or stop having communication with this other guy, your ex, because you want him to know what you got going on. You want him to have tabs on you. Nah, she leaving that door open just in case old buddy do something slick, or she keeping that communication tight just in case she want to get buzzed down again. That's what that communication is. That is what that is. This is some young shit. She probably anywhere between 25 to 21. She's somewhere in between that age range. Because there's absolutely no way. And like I said, he better than me. I would have pushed. Listen. Listen. I would have told her to get out of my car. Because the amount of disrespect, and you in my car, man, get out. Get out of my car. We're not doing this. Go call your ex. Tell him to come pick you up. I'm gone. You need to get out my shit right the fuck now. Because you mad disrespecting me right now. You telling me that you ain't finna block him. And mind you, I'm not even tripping on the fact. I'm telling you that I'm not even tripping. I didn't even want you to block him. I didn't even care. But it's the fact that you continue to keep conversing with this dude. So now you playing in my face. No, you can get gone. I think you better leave me alone. So get your bags and get the hell on. See, cause I don't want you no more. I don't want you no more. I think you better leave. I'm telling you, get up out of here. Get gone. Get gone. But on the flip side of that, though, Buddy should have known what he was getting himself into. Look at the hair. Look at the hair. I'm telling you, the red flags always show itself. Look at the hair. Look at her hair. And I ain't talking about the tracks and nothing like that. I'm talking about the color of her hair. I ain't interested. Nope. She on some bullshit. She on the bullshit. 100% on the bullshit. She still wanna have her cake and eat it too. No, you ain't having nothing. Get out of my car immediately. So fellas, have more discernment. Have higher standards for yourself. Cool. She from the looks of it, you know what I'm saying? She seems like she's a little cutie. Cool. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Listen, I'm the type of person, I try my best to stay away from toxic women. I try my best. Cause man. Nah, bro. I don't want that type. I don't need that type of energy around me. I don't want, nor do I need that type of energy. I do not need that toxic shit. I'm not one of them guys who loves that argument shit that we make up. Nah, I ain't got time for that. Nope. Because I'm not going to argue with you. Nah, that ain't no Halloween costume at all. That definitely ain't no Halloween costume. That's not. Nowhere close to it. I don't want no issues. You trying to argue with me, you're going to be talking to a wall. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. Not doing it, bro. But let me know what y'all think. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. Hit the bell notification. Now, speaking of relationships, right? While we still on the topic and while we still on this ratchetness and this toxic, let's talk about the NBA player, Dejounte Murray. Dejounte Murray, right? So apparently, he had to let his old girl go because shorty, she wanted to steal club. And he's like, hey, man, ain't no need for you to be out here in these streets like that. So he gave her ass the boot. Flicky. He got her ass right the fuck up out of there. So we want to hear her side of the story in regards to what happened and what is going on. And then I'll give my thoughts and opinions on it. All right. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
End of the day, it might make the relationship work, but are you true? And with Dejounte, as y'all know, he's more of a quiet person. He's more reserved. He wasn't going on the internet doing all of that. You get what I'm saying? So with me being hype, liking to hang out with my friends, party, whatever the case may be, people felt like that relationship wasn't good because she's this way and he's that way. So I felt like I had to kind of dull myself down just to make it look good for y'all. But in reality, y'all don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Y'all don't know how this man acts behind closed doors. So I feel like in any relationship, and that was just an example, be true to who you are. Never try to limit yourself or dull yourself out to make it work with anyone. Because at the end of the day, it might make the relationship work, but are you truly going to be happy with yourself? Are you truly going to wake up every morning like, yes, I feel good about this? No, you're not. So either they like it or they don't. Be true to you. People think being with someone with money will automatically make you happy, automatically fulfill your dreams. You will automatically have a great life. And that's far from the truth. Because at the end of the day, everyone is human. People with money just have more money than you, but that doesn't change the fact that they still have emotions, they still have trauma, they still have all these things that they're going through. They just have the money behind it. So I don't feel like it's going to change nothing. Like it doesn't fulfill you. Now, unless you with the right person, they grew up in a happy house, they're just the happiest person in the world, then maybe. But if you're with someone that still has their own issues and you're dealing with your issues and you're thinking,
give me a second. Before I continue to play this video. She's saying a bunch of nothing right now.
Shut up, bitch.
She's saying a whole bunch of nothing right now because anytime, see this is where you know when they really don't got shit on nobody. They always got to bring the other person into it. Like instead of standing on your 10 toes and believing in what you believe in, saying the things that you say, you always got to bring up some other bullshit. So did y'all catch the part where she said that, well, y'all don't know what this man got going on. Y'all don't know what happens behind closed doors. Y'all don't know. And mind you, that's factual. That's factual, but we can only go by the information that's given out here to us, right? So she said that Deontay is more of a reserved type of guy. He don't go out like that. He ain't out there in these streets like that. He kicking it. He chilling. He ain't out there. He ain't in the mix like that, right? But she is, which is one of the reasons why he left her. But now it's the whole fact of, well, just because he got money don't mean that he got everything together. Don't mean that's gonna be a great relationship. Which again, I agree with. But in the midst of this, in the midst of everything that's going on in regards to this, you just upset that he left your ass because he didn't want you in the club and you still wanted to be in the mix. You wanted that motion. You wanted the visibility. You wanted to be out here fucking around. Now, mind you, and I'm not necessarily saying that she's fucking around with anybody. I'm not saying that, but she just want to be out. She want to be in the streets. And again, this goes back to what I always talk about. Yeah, I understand money ain't everything, but money can drive a lot of different things. And what pisses me off, and this is the thing that really pisses me off. The women who truly would thrive in the position of being with the person that takes care of everything. Everything. I mean, they got you locked in. They don't disrespect you. I mean, that they take care of you. They're the ones that still got to work the 9 to 5s. They're the ones that still got to be out here grinding and shit like that. They're the ones that still got to be out here grinding and shit. But it's always the shitbag women who end up with these niggas with a lot of money, and then they want to complain. It's like, bitch, what you complaining for? You got everything you need. Oh, what? He told you to shut the fuck up a couple times? All right, it is what it is. You probably talk too much. Shut up. Like, what you... Go find something to do. Go clean the house. Like, why you need to be in the mix for? What you need to be seen for? What you need to be visible for? Don't nobody need to know, bro. Nobody needs to know that you exist. You had an NBA player on your hands. That's about as much visibility that you need to get. That you just need to know that you attached to him. But y'all got this, and y'all claim y'all claim men got egos. Y'all claim men got the hugest egos, but yet and still y'all be the ones that got the biggest fucking ego. Well, I just gotta go get a job because I just can't be up under a man. I can't do that because I gotta make sure I have my own. I gotta make sure I have my own money. Egotistical broad. But yet you want a soft life. How you gonna do that? Pick one. Pick a struggle, dog. Pick a struggle. What else, Spaces? Then they weren't going to ever work out. They had different priorities. Yeah, of course, they had different priorities. Facts. And again, this is where I gotta. And again, this is where trying to save a thigh pocket. Like, hey man, you should just kept ass out there in the streets. You should have went with somebody else. I don't understand, bro. I don't understand, bro. I don't understand what's up with these niggas who get money and then they want to go and get these bitches that's out here in the mix. Dog, no. If you got bread, and I'm talking about bread. I'm talking about you like that. You out here you got real fucking motion out here, right? You need to go and find you one of them chicks that's way ducked off. She got one of them social media platforms where nigga she under 800 followers. I'll give you 1,000. She under 1,000. She under 1,000 followers. She don't post that much on IG, if anything at all. She might got 1 or 2. Her shit private. On her TikTok, she ain't got a lot of posting going on. She just watch a lot of. She may just watch a lot of shit on TikTok, but she don't post shit on it. But she just got the platforms. Like she real deal, not in the mix at all. She low key as fuck. Like you would not have any issue when you walk out, when you pop out in the street with her. You know for a fact, don't nobody know who she is. You know for a fact. You can walk out in full 100% confidence, knowing like, yeah, I know nobody don't know her. Yeah, I got her. I literally got her from, nigga. I brought her up out the shadows. You hear me? And make sure, and she's one of those, and also understanding that she's one of those type of big individuals that she likes to be in the shadows. She don't need the spotlight. She just want to be on the background. She want to be chilling. She don't need the visibility. She don't need that shit. She just stand in the cut, playing her part. That's the type of woman you want to look for, especially when you got a lot of money. But any man overall, that's the type of woman you want. You want a chick that's in the cut, bro. She ain't got to be out here in the streets like that, bro. Like y'all need to be doing the most.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use you for a come up. It'll never work. A lot of people think, oh, I'm gonna go have a baby with someone and a millionaire or whatever, and I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be set for the rest of my life. But look on the internet. You see it every day. These girls have these babies by these men, and nothing changed. So all I can say is live for you. Don't go out here trying to chase something that you know nothing about. Yeah, it's cool, it's fun. Do what you please. But if you're looking for true happiness, make sure that you're happy with yourself first before you put yourself in the situation. I feel like dealing with people with money has completely shifted my mindset because it made me realize I want to be independent. Like, I went through the phase of being in a relationship, getting out of a relationship, working, being in a relationship, getting out of a relationship, now I'm working again. And throughout it all, like, I just feel at peace when I'm making my own money, I'm making my own moves, I have my own stuff going on, you know, and I feel like that's something that I need to work on. When I get in a relationship, I cannot just drop everything. I need to go do what I do for the day, you do what you do, and then we come together and we say, how was your day, whatever. If I'm sitting in the house and you out doing whatever you doing, the only stories I'm gonna hear is what you got going on. Then it leaves me like, oh, I'm kind of boring now. So now I'm questioning everything that my whole existence. But what I must say, now I know what I need, what I want to put up with and what I don't want to put up with. And I have to be with someone that understands this is what I want to do. Either you like it or you don't. If you don't like it, okay, let me know that in the beginning so I can go ahead and go about my business. But I don't feel like I'll ever put myself in a position where I'm completely 110% depending on someone ever again. That's just not happening.
You didn't play your position right. You didn't play your position right because you feel boring. That's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be boring. You don't need all the accolades. You don't, bro. Listen. I wanna break something down to y'all. I do. I'll just give you a quick analogy. If a person that's a multi-millionaire, they worked their ass off, they got it out the mud, they hustled, they bustled, they went through the ringer to get to where they are as a multi-millionaire, but they never were able to obtain a bachelor's or a master's degree in college, right? But then this other individual who comes up to you, they got this, they're all high and mighty, they're, they have this thing about them because they have this certificate of a bachelor's degree or a master's degree or a PhD, whatever the case. But you don't have the multi-millions to, to actually, you don't have the multi-millions to actually, I guess you can look at, I don't know how I want to say this. A person that has multi-millions and then this person who has these certificates, who bachelor's, master's, PhD and shit, right? And they're trying to talk down on the multi-millionaire. And it's like, fam, what are your multi-million dollars doing for you? I mean, what is your degrees doing for you? If anything, you probably gonna get hired by that multi-millionaire. He's probably gonna be the one that's gonna hire you, while you're trying to talk down because you got your degree. So what difference does it make? And so in this case, her as the chick that's playing the background, you got a man that's making millions of money, you attached to this man. What do you mean if you're born? Yeah, you should be born. Both of you don't need to have motion going on. And from what it looks like, you were pregnant in one of these videos. So what motion do you need other than just taking care of this kid and making sure the house is straight? I'm not understanding what world are we living in. Like, everybody is living, a lot of these women are living, they have this boogeyman complex. I don't know what they went through in their life to the point where it's, oh man, I just gotta admit, I will never do this again because next time I gotta make sure that I'm able to do this, because like y'all got this boogeyman complex, bro. And from what I know, he left you because you didn't want to stay out the streets. You didn't want to stay out the streets. All you had to do is just stay home and play your position, bro. That's all you had to do. Just play your position. And mind you, if you played your position fairly well, you probably could have used some of the money that he was making to fund the business that you wanted. Like, y'all niggas don't think, man. Y'all got this fucking ego shit, bro. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all talk about men. Oh, man, they so egotistical. Nah, I disagree. I'm confused. She's talking in circles. Yeah, she definitely is talking in circles. She's definitely talking in circles. And I think it's more so she's coming from a bitter place. She's coming from a bitter place. And the fact that he had standards and the fact that he had boundaries that she wanted to overcome. I feel attacked with the degrees. Listen, don't feel attacked. Don't feel attacked. Because it's the ones that do have degrees, but then they think that that's a means of prestige. At one point, yeah, it used to be a prestige to have a degree. I got a degree. It used to be a means of prestige at one point in life, but now it's just like, it just ain't nothing but a piece of paper. It's like a diploma now. That shit don't hold water. Unless, depending on what type of field you in. Let me add that in. Depending on what type of field you in too. So that makes a huge difference. So I mean, yeah. She fumbled her dude. She fumbled her guy. That was her bad. She fucked up. She didn't play her position well. Now there's gonna be another chick that's gonna come in there, bitch, and do what she's supposed to do. I just don't have an NBA man. Facts. I feel that. But now, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. All righty, so let's keep this train going. So I got sent this video the other day. Well, actually today, and I thought this would be good just because there's this chick, her name is Lauren Green, and she is talking about parenting, fathers in the household, and how to actually parent your children. So I thought this was quite interesting. So I thought I'll share it with y'all too, and we're gonna listen to it and I'll give my thoughts. All right. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Forget the strippers. You want to know how you can guarantee your daughter's pregnant by the age of 16? Here is a foolproof recipe, and it's happening every single day. This is not for shock value, it's some education, because what we're seeing is the result of emotional absence, not bad luck. Step 1, dad missing, no structure, no backbone, no my house, my rules. Her curfew, a joke, she doesn't have one. Mom plays the best friend role, all validation, no authority. Applause replaces accountability. You let boys into her room, let her lock the door, music blasting, nobody cares. Her phone is raising her instead of her parents. School, optional. Bad grades get labeled as, oh, she's just overwhelmed. Skipping class, she calls it a self-care day. Social media becomes the new parental manual. Thirst traps starting as young as 13. DMs wide open to God knows who. Likes and hearts take the place of actual self-worth. No chores, no discipline, no respect. Spoiled turns impulsive. Impulsive turns self-destructive. And eventually, reckless turns pregnant. So what's the real reason why? Kind of like this. The only sex talk she gets is use protection and have fun. Nobody explains emotional bonding, self-esteem, or the power of attachment. We glamorize this behavior, then act surprised when it frickin' backfires on us. Parents overshare the chaos online, turning the dysfunction into content for them. And we wonder why boundaries don't exist anymore. We've built this cycle, a conveyor belt, so to speak, of unprepared teenagers repeating what they saw growing up. So let's flip the script. How do we change? Dads, step up. Rules are clear and firm, and she has a healthy fear of you. Boundaries are enforced. Consistency becomes love, not control. And the sex talk isn't fear-based, it's truth-based. It's about real consequences, respect, and emotional awareness. Her social media, heavily monitored, not because you're a strict, crazy person, but because you care and you know what's out there. Protect her innocence before the world monetizes it. Give her purpose. Sports, dancing, work, something to build pride in. School is not optional. Effort gets praise. Drama gets silence. Model what a real man looks like. Teach her that self-respect attracts better choices. Show her that discipline and self-control are her superpower. You want to protect her future? Parent her like a leader, not a buddy. Presence, standards, purpose, every single day. This is not about control. It is about prevention. Raise a daughter who respects herself, and the world will have no choice but to do the same.
Listen. Ooh, hey, listen. Hold on. Shorty just cooked. Let me give her a round of applause. Now that is what a foundational parent would be. That is what foundational parenthood sounds like. That is how you're supposed to parent your children. That is what it means to raise your children properly and help them to become a contributing member to society, and making sure that they continue the legacy on that you've already started in the foundation that you have built, and making sure that you protect the family name. That is what that's about. I am all 110% for it, especially the healthy fear part, because a lot of people believe that your kid isn't supposed to fear you. Yes, they are. But it's a healthy fear, not a fear as in you're going to harm them, but it's a healthy fear enough like, hey, I respect you, I respect you. And I understand that you are the leader of the household. You are the head honcho of the household. There needs to be a healthy fear. Not this, I'm trying to be cool with you. No, little nigga, we ain't friends. I'm not your friend. I'm not your buddy. I'm not. I'm your parent. I'm your father, bro. We're not doing this. No. If I tell you to do something, that means fucking do it. And I shouldn't have to ask you more than once. But there are many ways that we can go about the discipline aspect of it too. So that way you can understand. that I'm not just telling you to do something just to do it, but I'm also teaching you things along the way. Things that I've learned and things that I am continuously learning through my own experiences, as well as things that could actually benefit you. And that way you can continue to carry on what I've taught you, and you can teach that to other people, and as well as the experiences that you had, all the positive experiences that you had, and also the negative experience, so that way they can learn from the negative experiences and not create that same negative experience for themselves again. So they know what decisions to make. And you continue to keep doing the same thing. Each one teach one. So yes, I agree. And that's why it's prevalent for young boys, young girls to have the fathers in the household. It's prevalent. Because I know everybody's in this mind state of, well, relationships are, everybody has their way in their own relationships. I get it. But there's always a foundation. There's always a foundation. Always. There's always a foundation on how to parent. I'll give you an example. I like to use sports analogies, right? How many different ways is there to get 2 points? You got the jump shot, you got the hook shot, you got the dunk, you got the layup, and depending on what kind of foul it is, you may get a 1-on-1, so you might get 2 points from that. But traditionally speaking, one of the things that I was always taught when I was playing in high school and college ball, right? If the jumper ain't falling, you need to get inside, get you a layup, get you a bucket, right? A quick 2-pointer. So you just need to see the ball go in one time. Get a quick, come here, foundational layup. Come here. You can never go wrong with the layup because it's 2 points at the end of the day. You don't got to be off fast with it. You just need to get the 2 points. You need to get the quick little layup, see the ball go in the hole. Next thing you know, shit gonna start falling for you. And typically, that's what typically happens. But there's always a foundation on how to shoot a layup, right? There's always a foundation. Yeah, you can reverse layup that bitch. You can reverse what? You can reverse layup. You can float that hole. You know what I'm saying? You can up and under. You can do a lot of different. You can do many different layups. You can jelly fan that bitch. You can Kyrie that hole any kind of way. But there's always a foundational way to do a layup. Guess what that is? You dribble that hole to the glass. Boom, boom, boom. You hit that little square that's above that little square. You hit the corner of it. Boom, right off of that little corner. Boom, into the basket. Each and every time that bitch gonna go in every single time. You would never miss it. It's a foundation of how to do a layup. You dribble. Now, most people will tell you either go off one layup, but typically speaking, if you want to make sure that it's a nice and controlled layup, you dribble, boom, come to 2, come to a stop, 1, 2, stop, explode up off the glass to the basket. Same thing with parenting. Keep it simple. Stick with the blueprint. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. If you have once you have the foundation, then everything else around it, will then work itself out. But you have to stick to the foundation first of what it means to parent. Because I personally don't believe in gentle parenting. I don't believe in that. I think that's why we got a lot of these soft ass kids today. I think that's why you get a lot of kids today who are easily offended, who are easily bullied, who don't know how to take no for an answer. Tons of protesters. Oh, yep. Purple hairs, green hairs. Yep. Because of gentle parenting. You can look at their children. You look at the kids, and I guarantee you can pretty much tell what their parents are and how they were raised. That's a fact. So yeah. Lauren Green, she definitely cooking. Shout out to her. Definitely shout out to her, man. I'm also gonna put her link down in the description as well. Once I click this video up too. So go check her out. But this video was pretty dope, man. Shout out to her. But I'm moving pretty fast on going through these icebreakers. But I'm trying to get to this main event though. I ain't gonna even hold you. I'm trying to get to this main event so we can touch up on this because I typically don't talk about shows in a sense. I typically don't talk about a lot of shows. But I thought this could be relevant to real life and just what's going on in the world. Should I play this one? Do I want to play that one? I'll play this one. And then we'll get to this one. So there's this. I got this video was sent to me. Pull it up. This video was sent to me, and there's a woman who threw fucking McDonald's scorching hot coffee on the employee at McDonald's, bro. On an employee at McDonald's. I'm still unsure of why this transpired or what the hell happened. So let me read this first comment. Let me read this comment. I think it might tell us. It says, update. Her name is Kashara Brown. As of November 7, 2025, Kashara Brown has not been arrested and remains at large. Buena Vista Township Police have issued an arrest warrant for felonies assault, a felony punishable by up to 4 years in prison, and submitted charges to the Saginaw County Prosecutor's Office. Let me see. They know her residence and described her arrest as imminent, but she has not yet. Not miss my spot. She has not yet been apprehended. Police continue to seek public assistance for tips. All right. So let's see what happened in this video, man. Let's see what happened in this video.
It automatically deletes over food after 10 minutes. It's automatic. You got charged for the coffee. Sandwiches are going to be refunded. Ma'am, I had that and you're not listening. I'm listening. No, you're trying to argue this somehow. And we're going to exchange that with the food. Ma'am, she was perfect and apologize to somebody for being here over an hour. That's what you can have. Yeah, within 20 minutes.
Oh, yo, boy, we fighting. No, oh boy, I know that shit hot, boy. Oh, bro, I know that shit hot. I know that shit is fucking hot, dog. No, sir. No, sir. No fucking sir. No fucking sir. You lie, man. Come on, bro.
Ma'am, I had that and you're not listening. I'm listening. No, you're trying to argue this somehow. And we're going to exchange that with the food. Ma'am, she was perfect and apologize to somebody for being here over an hour. That's what you can have. Yeah, within 20 minutes.
And then somebody gonna hold them accountable. Like, shorty, why you throwing coffee on people? This is more and more evidence. This ratchet shit. Throwing coffee on people, but that would have been the other way around. Let that would have been the other way around. All of this shit would have been on the news. It would have been on CNN. Everybody would have been talking about, oh, well, this is what I'm talking about. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. See, I knew it's just some racist people out here in the world. This is what they do. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? She need her ass beat. That's a fact. She need her ass beat. Yup, she do. 110%. Now, I'm trying to see if we can figure out what actually happened. Let me see if I can figure out what actually happened because it's not necessarily saying what happened. Let me see something real quick. Let's see if I can figure it out. Woman throw hot coffee on McDonald's employee. Let me see something right quick. All right, let's see. A woman threw a hot coffee. Excuse me, y'all. A woman threw hot coffee at a McDonald's employee during an argument over a canceled online food order and refund process. Okay. The incident occurred at a McDonald's in Saginaw, Michigan on November 4th, 2025. Order issued. The customer, identified as Kashara Brown, placed an order for 2 sandwiches on the McDonald's app, but reportedly did not provide her name or payment information, causing the order to be automatically canceled. Okay. Argument over refund. The customer became incensed when she was told by the manager that the refund for her canceled order would take up to 48 hours. She claimed she had been waiting for over an hour and repeatedly called the manager a liar. The assault. The manager attempted to de-escalate the situation by offering the woman the coffee and telling her to have a great day. As the manager turned to walk away, the customer removed the lid from the top and hurled the scalding hot coffee at the employee's back and left arm. The employee screamed in pain and suffered minor burns. Aftermath, the woman fled the scene, yelling obscenities. Police later identified the suspect and issued a warrant for her arrest on potential charges of felonious assault. Interesting. Over a canceled order. You throwing coffee and finna risk your life in jail. And finna risk about four years in jail. Over 2 sandwiches, big dog. 2 of them things. 2 sandwiches. 2 McDonald's sandwiches. And I'm pretty sure them 2 sandwiches cost you about $11. And you bugging off of the refund and the sandwiches. And she told you it was going to take about 48 hours to process back into your account. And yet you throwing coffee, now you finna go to jail over $11. Over $11. You about to go to jail. You about the dumbest. Y'all some dumbass people. Y'all so dumb. I'm just gonna call space and say y'all dumb. Y'all so dumb, bro. Y'all so fucking idiots, bro. Y'all some idiots. I ain't gonna lie to you. Anything, it's not all. It's some of y'all. Some of y'all just fucking idiots, bro. Y'all deserve to go to jail because y'all be doing the dumbest shit. Y'all don't be thinking. You thought that because that quick instant, that split second, that you thought that was gonna be the smart thing to do, and you thought that you was gonna get away. Because first of all, you already know somebody in there gonna have a camera. So they gonna be videotaping the situation. Mind you, McDonald's got cameras anyway, so they was gonna see the situation regardless. So they got it from probably several different angles. Now you going to throw coffee on somebody over 2 sandwiches. 2. This wasn't no $50 order. This wasn't no $100 order. This is $11. Y'all be ready to go to jail over. Y'all be ready to go to jail over McDonald's sandwiches. I don't understand it, bro. I don't understand some of these people in this world. I really don't, man. I'll be trying to figure it out. 2 sandwiches? $11. Well, what was it for? What's today? Saturday? So that was on a Wednesday? Let's see. Today is the Saturday, 7. Let's see, 7, 6, 5. That was on a Tuesday. So on a Tuesday morning, you upset over $11. Over 2 on a Tuesday morning, you upset over 2 sandwiches and $11. That was gonna get refunded back to you 48 hours later. Y'all be doing the fucking most, bro. Y'all some idiots. No, like real shit. Y'all some full blown idiots. Y'all dumb. Y'all are out of pocket, straight dumb. Straight dumb. And I just gotta call a spade a spade. I'm gonna call it for what it is, and that's exactly what it is. You dumb. You dumb. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm and hit the bell notification. All right, so let's keep this train moving. All right, so make sure you also tap into the Patreon as well, man. Because if you want to learn how to move different, you definitely want to be in the Patreon. Yeah, man, we got some things. We got some things coming for the Patreon. We got some things coming. I'm telling you. You don't want to miss out. Mind you, this isn't the free. This isn't the free version. You're not gonna get anything from the free version. I'm gonna tell you that everything is within the Patreon. You have to become a Patreon member in order to receive all the stuff that you're gonna be getting. All right. Look, let me ask y'all a question though. I got a question to ask y'all. Do y'all think I should sell the shirts on here, on YouTube, or do you think I should just make it Patreon exclusive? Should I just do it strictly for my Patreon members? So for the people who gonna tap into the Patreon, and again, you have to be a paying member of the Patreon in order to receive it. Free members, you don't get a free shirt. It ain't gonna happen like that. It ain't gonna happen like that. So you have to be a member. You have to be a Patreon member. You got to be a part of the Earn Not Giving community. All right. But y'all let me know. Should I put the shirts on the YouTube channel, or should I just leave it for my Patreon members? Y'all let me know. All right. So let me see. How do I want to go about this? Because I got a lot of different things to touch on. Okay, so let's start here. So have you guys heard about? I don't know who watches it or who don't watch it, but Selling Sunset. For those of you who don't know the show, it is what it's supposed to be a real estate show, but it is overshadowed by a lot of women's drama. That's what I would call it. So yeah, it is a real estate show that's overshadowed by a lot of women's drama. That's exactly what it is. So I'm gonna say what a lot of people won't say. Selling Sunset is just like another Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It's just bougie and ratchet, just like anything else. That's all it is. The only difference between Selling Sunset and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and all of these other reality TV shows is the fact that there's no actual fighting. That's the only difference. Everything else is exactly the same. It's all ratchet. It's all gossip. It's all a whole bunch of bullshit. People talking behind each other's back, going at it, hitting people with low blows, all kind of shit. So yeah, if you like that kind of drama, if you like the toxic shit, which I know a lot of y'all do, go check the show out, right? So for those of you who have been keeping up with the show, there's been a lot of change that's happened in Selling Sunset, but recently the new season has come out, season 9, where you have Chelsea, which is the French chick who was married to the billionaire, and now she's divorced from. You have Amanda, who was once married to an NFL guy, but they got divorced and things like that. And she had her issues. Then you got Mary, who is one of the original OGs of Selling Sunset. One of the real estate agents, the original OGs. Of course, you got Jason and Brett, who are the owners of the Oppenheim brokerage, the real estate brokerage out in California. Then you got Emma, who is also an entrepreneur. She sells like plant-based empanadas. Who is also friends with the girl who is also friends with Chrishell. And Chrishell is what they would call, she was the princess of the show. She was the princess of the show because when she first got introduced into the show, her celebrity husband just up and left her without any warning, and he broke up with her over a text. Now I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that later though. I'm gonna get into it later because I got some thoughts about that. And so some real estate agents they've come and gone. And then the most recent is her name is Bree, which is one of Nick Cannon's girls. He has a baby with her, and she's a real estate agent as well. And that's a thing. And there's just so much drama going on. But the thing that is the most hot right now is the relationship between Emma and Chrishell. So Emma and Chrishell, they are what they were, two peas in the pod. They were the bestest of friends. You could not, everywhere that they went, they were together. They were they were knit tight, all of them. And then they brought in Chelsea, the black chick. She was a part of their little group. And then Emma started dating this guy. His name is Blake. Now, Blake, on the other hand, Blake is this, I guess he's an entrepreneur, but yet his parents invented the popcorn machine. His parents invented the popcorn machine. And outside of that, most people think they were famous or they got rich off the popcorn machine, but more so it was because of real estate is why they got rich. And, he continued on that legacy and investing in properties and different things like that. So he's a 27, I think he's 28 now, but 28-year-old guy invests in real estate. So he got money. He got money, and he's a Southern guy. Now, mind you, Chrishell she has some opposing views about Emma's boyfriend, Blake. Mind you, Emma is Chrishell's friend, best friend, like sister's best friend. And she does not like Blake at all. And the reason that she doesn't like Blake at all is because of his point of views. Because of the views that he tends to have. Now, I'm going to show this. And then I'm going to play some other videos in order to kind of tie things together. So, Chrishell, who has dated a celebrity guy who was in what show was he in? Have you guys seen the movie? Let me see, what was his name? If you guys don't know who he is, you can go look him up. Google.com. Let's see. I said Regina King. I mean Regina Hall. Where is it at? Y'all remember the movie Little, where Regina Hall was she's this entrepreneur, but then she met this little girl and then she became back young again. And so the white teacher, man, you know what? Let me just go in. Let me just go look at it. No, I was trying to tell y'all as if I don't. His name is Justin Hartley. That was Chrishell's ex-husband's name. Justin Hartley. Okay, so go check him out so you guys can get a visual on actually what he actually looked like. So he's the guy who pretty much ended the marriage over a text, right? And so with that, it was very devastating. It was at the beginning of the season, beginning of the Selling Sunset seasons and all that shit. What was me situation? Everybody was looking out for Chrishell, and then I think a little while after that, Chrishell and Jason, who is one of the owners of the brokerage, they started dating, but I think they had some differences in regards to, I think Jason didn't want children and Chrishell did. So that broke them apart. That broke their whole relationship apart. Boom. Now, all of a sudden, Chrishell comes out the fucking woodwork, and now she's a part of the ABC community, and she's talking about what was it, pansexual or some shit like that? Whatever it was that she said. I want to make sure I get it correct. So it's like, so technically she's not necessarily, she doesn't label herself. It's more so love. She's like love. I love type of person. I love who I love type of person. Whatever it is. It's like, isn't it like pansexual or something like that? Yeah, pansexual. So she's a pansexual. And the pansexual is a sexual orientation where a person is attracted to people of any gender or regardless of the gender. So she's a pansexual. That's what she's saying. All right. So now that I kind of caught y'all up a little bit. So there has been a situation that Chrishell don't like Emma's boyfriend, Blake, because Blake got some views and thoughts about certain things. So I'm going to bring this picture up to give y'all a little insight on what Chrishell is referring to in regards to the reason as to why she don't like her boyfriend, Blake. All right. So let me pull this up. So these are the screenshots. So these are the screenshots that she got. Ooh, hold up. Okay, so let's read this one. So it says, so this is from Chrishell. She says, the post I shared from Emma's BF, he shared all of this publicly. Plus so many more than I share inciting hate speech towards the LGBTQ community, along with proudly telling myself and Chelsea he feels entitled to using the N-word. He feels entitled. Where's this information at? I never heard it. We haven't heard it. Emma chooses to date him. That's on her. She doesn't mind the hate speech. She just minded me drawing attention to his page where he was doing it, all of which she knew about for the year and a half before I ever said anything. That's hurtful to learn her morals when her queer and black friend were her best friends. I am tired of this narrative. If I see racism or homophobia, I'm not the girl to help you cover it up. Using a Michelle Obama quote about taking the high road on a show where she defended his use of the N-word and hasn't spoken up for Chelsea's treatment when others work to paint her as a threat is mind-blowing. Interesting. And so this is what he said. This is the guy's Blake. So you see Blake with Waka Flocka over there, you know what I'm saying? They're throwing up the middle finger joint. And it says, fuck that bitch, cuz. Fuck that bitch, cuz. And then he circled, and of course on his story, he circled Gulf of America, and he put under the circle, he put love it. And he's a Southern dude, by the way. And then he put, please use your best. This is Chrishell. She says, please use your best judgment here. Here are just some of his posts. Charlie Kirk's assassin isn't trans, so to put the left. But his BF is, which is that, right? And then they put the Charlie Kirk assassination, suspected the fury fixation of trans, proclaimed support for Biden on social media. All right. And then he posted another video. Then he posted something else in his story saying, should I sue the bitch? Oh, should I sue the bitch for lying? What did he say? Should I sue the bitch for lying? Oh, for lying her dick off about me. And a lot of people said 64% of them said yes, 36% of them said no. All right. So far, based off of what you've seen, what y'all seen. Hold up. And then here's another picture. I was out shopping for a birthday present for my niece, and why do they have a fat Barbie? And a cripple Barbie. And then it says next, we're going to have a Barbie with the beard. Now, in my opinion, and this is my own personal opinion, you can have your own thoughts. I still don't see anything wrong yet. I just see an opinion. I just see a man speaking on what he believes in. I just see a man having his own thoughts and opinions. I don't see hate anywhere, but I do see a side in which I'm pretty sure that he stands on. That I could flip a coin and say, you know what? I'm pretty sure he probably stand on this side. versus this side. Right? We all in agreement with that. Got it. And so Chrishell then says, I'll let his words speak for themselves, since it is now my word against theirs. So far, I haven't seen anything in regards to that can fuck up a friendship. But, and then of course, you know, when your girl asks what's for dinner, and then you get this right here. All right, now I will say he tripping for that, for putting this chick out there like that, because if that's your chick, you ain't gonna put it out there like that. All right, so that's one thing. I wouldn't do that. But sure, believe this man if you want. The internet will look for a way to fill the narrative about you. So I'm excited to be done with all of this very soon. All right. So I'm not gonna give any thoughts yet, but because we got a ton of more videos to come up against, and so we're gonna listen away. So so what I'm finna play right now is a reunion from the show from season 9. This is the reunion, and this is from Bree, who is Nick Cannon's girl, who he has a baby by, going at Chrishell in regards to these posts that Chrishell was making. All right, so let's get into it. By the way, for those of y'all who don't know, this is Bree, Nick Cannon's girl. Right here, sitting next to the black chick, that's Chrishell, the white girl. That's Chrishell. The black chick is Chelsea, who Chrishell and Emma, when they were friends, befriended her. So just so that way you guys can put a name to the face to a name.
Like, I don't dislike.
For those of you who don't know.
So what I'm saying is that I don't go to social media. I do not choose to do that. I do not like it. I do not believe in it. And everything that I've
and then that's Emma right here with the white on. Here in this clip right here. So this is sort of towards the halfway mark of that reunion, where Bree goes in on Chrishell, because they asked Bree the situation of what was going on between Emma and Chrishell. And so when they were having that discussion between Emma and Chrishell, Bree was shaking her head and saying that, hey, because like I just showed y'all the pictures, Chrishell was posting all this shit online. Mind you, I don't know what type of cloth y'all come from, but if I have a dispute, if I have an issue with a friend, I don't go to social media. I've never been that person. I never thought that was the smartest thing to do. I always thought that was dumb, and I think it was cowardly for anybody to take anything to social media. If you have any gripe, if you got any complaint, you hash that shit out behind the scenes. To go and air out people's information, to go and air out shit about people on that's supposed to be your best fucking friend, that's something that you don't take to social media unless you just been throwing rocks and hiding your hand, unless you just been the snake in the grass the entire fucking time, which I think Chrishell is that person. Because if it ain't about her, then everybody else, fuck you. Chrishell is that woe is me type of chick. Everything is about me. Everybody's after me. Everybody is out to get me. Shorty, no, nobody's out to get you. But because you got fucked over so bad, and because I've watched you over the course of these seasons, you've gotten worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And you become to the point where you are fucking annoying. And now it makes me further think that Justin Hartley didn't just up and leave you for no fucking reason. There was a reason he up and left you, and I think you had something to do with it. Feel how you want to feel about it. And I honestly think that you using G, and I think that you using G. That's what I think. Because G is the one that's gonna put up with your bullshit. That's what I think it is. And because of the fact that you couldn't stand the fact that you had a friend that actually was in love with somebody, and you didn't want that. You wanted to be the only one that was in love with somebody. You the only one that wanted to be happy. You was raining on her parade. What kind of friend are you supposed to be? What kind of friend are you? I was telling this to somebody the other day. I said, listen, you should have had the same before, of course, before the reunion, you should have had the same mentality that Chelsea has. Like, hey, listen, bro, I got my thoughts and opinions about this person. But however, if you're happy, then I'm happy. If you're happy with this person and you're good, we good. But what you continue to keep doing, you didn't support your friend. So therefore, that led to her trying to keep shit from you. Because immediately you were going to come to judge. You were going to say something stupid. Because you felt some type of way because of his views. So what? And this is the thing that this is the thing that I hate about women or people in regards to the ABC community. It's okay for you to tell people that, listen, you shouldn't judge or you shouldn't tell people what their viewpoints are or how they should think because we are different, correct? So therefore, how the fuck you gonna tell somebody else? How the fuck you gonna tell somebody who looks at the shit that y'all do and the way that you move and they have a difference of an opinion about it, and now all of a sudden they can't speak up and you hate them? And you dislike them, you despise them because of the way that they think? Let me look up something real quick. And then we're gonna continue on with the show. Yeah, so you call somebody, you say that people are homophobic and all this. Okay, well, some people don't like what you do. Listen, I need you to understand something. That's a choice that you made. That ain't the way that you was born. That's a choice you do. That's a choice you made. That is a conscious choice that you're making to live your life by. And so if somebody has a difference of an opinion by, oh well, that's on you. You decided to live that life, so therefore live on that shit, stand on that hill, and die on it. Can't get upset because somebody has a difference of opinion and somebody talking shit about, oh well, it is what it is. Let them talk. Feel how you want to feel. Is he a Trump supporter? He might be. Who knows? But what does it matter? If your best friend, what you so-called if your best friend was a Trump supporter, you should be able to support her. Just as you would want her to support you. You full of shit, Chrishell. You are full of shit. Chrishell Stause, you are full of shit. You are a shitty friend, and to be honest with you, I think you're a shitty person. Say what I said. I say what I said. Say what I said. You are a shitty person, and I think that what you did with Emma and the way that you handled that situation with Emma, the way that you outed her like that, the way that you put all you guys beef and shit online, that was stupid. That was some fuck shit. That was some snake in the grass shit. You ain't shit. You a piece of shit woman. Yup, I said it. Now go cry to your mama about it. Hold up. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. I'm sorry. Because I don't mean that intentionally. No. Go cry to G about it. Go cry to G about it. Go cry to G about it because go cry to G about it. And cry on her fucking shoulder because you still that, but I'm sorry for saying that because I know your parents passed, so but you still a piece of shit person. The person that you hated the most, Nicole, you are just like her. You put unwarranted information out there that don't need to put out there. You went on the reunion show. Sure, you realize you went on the show and you put out private shit. Matter of fact, don't worry about it. We're going to get there. Don't even worry about it. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. It's a fact. Don't even worry about it.
I think I
don't give a fuck about you being checked out. Nigga, you never put that shit out. If it's private information, if it's private, you never put it on public. You never put it out there in the fucking media. Give a fuck if you were truly checked out, you wouldn't even respond to the shit. You wouldn't even say nothing like, listen, man, go talk to her about that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Go talk to her. But you decided to engage in the bullshit. You decided to do that. But now you getting called out on your bullshit, on your snakish ways. Now all of a sudden you want to play. Now you want to throw the rock and hide your hand. Now you want to play victim. Oh, because I've been through so much, and now I just want that away from my life. I don't want to deal with any of this. But yeah, you supposed to put. I don't give a fuck if you and your friend fall out. There is no reason for you to put any of the shit that y'all talked about or anything that happened in the past out in fucking public. You did that. You decided to bring that shit to fruition. All of the heat that Emma was getting is because of you, nigga, not because of nobody else. It's because of you. Because you had an emotional response to her boyfriend, which is his own man, and he made the decision that he decided to make. So what? She with him. And what's your point? I'm pretty sure you and G don't agree on every fucking thing. But yet you still with the motherfucker, ain't it? Because isn't it a situation where don't she want to be in Australia and you don't? Don't you still want to be in the States and y'all tripping on that situation? But guess what? If I call that shit, then I'm wrong, huh? But your best fucking friend, you talking about, oh, when you were calling me and you were sleeping, you were whispering at night, and like, nigga, that's private information. Nobody needed to know that. That's a conversation you have on the back end. And you think you the best of, and you think you one of the best of the friends? You think you was a loyal friend, huh? You think you were a good friend, huh? Goofy ass.
Challenging, because even though if you're hurt from a friendship, obviously to ever go on social media and do that to someone when you know they're hurting. I don't know the relationship.
At the time, I didn't know she's hurting. She's on a boat doing,
Who gives a fuck?
Were you looking for with that?
I am louder about it because it's hard to watch.
You have no idea the backlash that I got for that.
Emma, I get it every day for being queer. I do understand how you feel. I get
But if you
told to
cared
kill
about me,
myself
if you
every
cared
day.
about me, and you know the
So if you get the backlash all the time for you being queer, pansexual, whatever fuck you want to call yourself, because that's a decision that you made. That's a decision that you decided. That's a decision. Just as Emma made the decision to be with Blake, right? Did Emma go out in public like, look at this bitch here. She over here. She want to be queer now. She didn't do none of that. She just supported you like a good friend would do. She rocked with you, whether she agreed with it or not. She rocked with you because you were her fucking friend. She looked at you as a sister. But because her boyfriend, again, had different views and you didn't like it, because apparently you don't know how to exist in a room with people who have a difference of opinion than you, because, oh, Miss Princess Chrishell, I'm just a princess and I don't want any bad energy around me. Bitch, get the fuck out my face. Have y'all noticed? Chrishell does that a lot too. She does that a lot. She'll throw out some shit. Oh, don't you speak to me from a high place because you've done some things too. Okay, like what? Since you want to put everything else on the table, like what? Because she tried to do the same thing. She tried to do the same thing with Bree. Well, what did you say about G? Well, and Bree checked it real quick. G was like, well, I like G more than I like you. So what the fuck are you talking about? I ain't said anything. If anything, I've had compliments about G. So what are you talking about? Well, so you telling me you know what you said on the phone? What did I say in my phone? Pull it up. Can you pull it up? Show everybody. What did I say on my phone? What was it that I said? And then she tried to use this shit with Emma. Well, let's not talk about this. Come from this whole ground because it's not like you didn't do it. Okay. Since you don't know how to take accountability, so it's not. Oh well. What about you? What about you? You can't take accountability, huh? Got it.
Smart enough to realize what.
Okay, let's go to this next one.
Chrishell, first of all, like what you just exposed.
Okay, so all right, give me a second. All right, so now I want to go to the actual video after the aftermath and all that shit. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. I want to hear from Emma in regards to what she was talking about and the situation between her and Chrishell.
How are you feeling about where everything landed at reunion?
The reunion was very heavy. I'm ultimately just sad at everything that's transpired. The reunion was really tough, I think, for a lot of people, myself included. And again, just kind of.
The meat of the reunion was essentially the dissolution of your friendship with Chrishell. What were you hoping would happen between the two of you at reunion?
I thought maybe we could have come to a point where, okay, you don't like him, you guys just don't get along, but there was so much love with you and I at one point that maybe we could just put the differences aside a little bit. We probably won't be necessarily as close, but we could have just a nice, cordial relationship. Ultimately, I don't want to fight with anyone, and I wish her and G nothing but the best. So for me, it's a loss. It's a loss. I lost my best friend, so that's difficult in itself.
Was the last time you spoke to her at reunion, which taped, I think, over a month ago at this point?
Yes, I have not. I have not spoken to her since the reunion.
As you mentioned, her big issue was Blake.
This is my favorite dentist hack to clean my retainer. If you wear a retainer every night like I do, you know how hard it is to keep it true.
So, your least favorite person in the entire world did ask me a bigger question.
He asked you to marry him? What did you say?
Well, I don't have a ring on my finger.
Okay.
And I ended things with him. Like, for good, for good.
When you said you broke up with him this season, I think a question is, did you actually break up, or were you breaking up to kind of save face with her on camera?
No, that was the thing. And we really had broken up. I mean, there was probably like a 2-month period where we didn't talk, which is a decent amount of time. When, you know, you're on and off with somebody, you really think that maybe this is the end, you know what I mean? But ultimately it wasn't. And I don't think that that's a bad thing, and I don't think that I should be punished as hard as I was. You know, I did follow my heart, whether you like it or you don't like it. I did just kind of have to go. To be honest with you, I'm not angry at the situation. I'm sad that I lost my best friend. I wish that wasn't the case.
What is the story behind calling her in these like whispered bathroom moments that she brought up at reunion?
Oh my goodness!
Every time you called me, you made me.
It was okay. I was at his house in Atlanta, and you know when.
So that's one of those things that she just outed her out about that nobody needed to know. That little snippet right there is what Chrishell did. That was everybody was talking about. Like, well, you don't need to air all this information out. Like, why are you bringing out some shit that happened behind the scenes to the public now? And then Chrishell's response was, well, weird. Well, isn't this a reality TV show? That's what this is about, right? So, you know, if you don't want to be on it, just get off. Like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? You do understand that when it's camera time, we understand that, but that was behind the scenes. That was no camera time. That was real life. And you decided to bring that up. What are we talking about? You a snake, bro. You a snake. You a snake.
If you're arguing with somebody or something like that, you don't really want them to hear, you know, you're calling your best friend and saying what's going on. And that's ultimately, you know, she was like, hey, what are you doing? And I happened to call her, and I, you know, was confiding in my best friend. That was also a private moment between her and I that had no right to be shared. So sorry. You don't do that.
Yeah.
That was wrong.
So it was just you were venting in the moment. And
of course, you do that. You do that with your best friend, no matter who it is. But, you know, Chelsea didn't go and air that out for the world to see and hear about. That was a private moment between myself and Chrishell that she chose to share. But
which Mary called her out on at the reunion, but she kind of doubled down on, we're on a reality show, like we signed up to share our lives.
Exactly. But that wasn't part of the reality show. That was my real life. And, you know, I would never share something about anyone's private life that wasn't brought to camera. That's just who I am.
She's really come for Blake's character.
Oh, yes.
She's essentially labeled him a bigot.
Mm-hmm.
He has posted on his socials asking, should I sue her for the things she said about me? How do you feel about being caught in the middle of their kind of back and forth online? It's
one of the worst feelings ever, because it's like, I want them both to just stop, like just stop arguing. Like, please, like there's bigger things going on in the world that, you know, like just stop fighting. I know that she hates him, and yeah, like, you know, he will snap back. I think he just wants her to stop talking about him. Like, just stop. Like, can everyone just stop, move past this? Like, we've established that the friendship is over. That's sad enough as it is. So can we move forward from all of this?
she's essentially called you a liar and said you are protecting him and misrepresenting the experiences she's had with him. What is your response to that?
I mean, I'm not a liar. So, you know, when it comes to him and I, if I would get back together with him or if I would go away with him, I definitely take responsibility that I was probably avoidant. Like she's not gonna be the first text that I sent out, hey, I'm going to visit Blake right now, because, you know, obviously that's something that would upset her.
You said on the reunion that you don't agree with everything he's done and all his beliefs, but how do you, as his girlfriend, navigate that? Because to me, a good foundation of a relationship is having a similar worldview.
For sure. So, for instance, I mean, he's super family oriented. He's a caring, loving person. Obviously, there's certain things that, you know, he's impulsive, so he'll post, should I sue her, and things like that. But she posts stuff, she's impulsive too. So like the two of them, like for me, I'm very like, I mind my own business, I'm not confrontational, but I do believe that people can change. And I feel like when you're with a good person, they can help you grow and develop. So that's kind of where I'm at with the relationship. And I do feel like people can, you know, become better people and things like that.
You did bring up that he's very family oriented, very good with your nieces and nephews. I think you said that your dad maybe wasn't necessarily sold on him from meeting him. Jason at the reunion questioned if you were lowering your standards to be with him. What do you think people are missing about Blake?
I think that everyone in my life, Jason included, I think they hold me to such a high standard. And so it's almost like even Chelsea says in one of the scenes,
listen, I think too, in that regard to that comment, listen, she's an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? She got her own money, she got her own shit, she got her own jets and shit like that. So Shorty is living a good life. So it's business, real estate, all of these different things that she needs to take care of, right? And so as y'all see, her boyfriend, I think, let me see. Go back real quick. See if I can get a better view of him. So you look at him, he, mind you, like I said earlier, he got money too. So he paid too through real estate investments and all these different things, stock market. So he got money too. He got planes too. But in this aspect, you know, he's more younger. He's not, everything isn't so uptight about him. He's loose. He's just chill. T-shirt gang, like we kicking it. You can tell like he shouldn't even lined up. Hair messy, like he just living life. And so the reason why I think she meshes with him is because he brings her out of that reality for a bit. Have some, you know, they have a good time. You know, she likes to kick back with him. You know, she get to just be the goofy, weird, nerdy girl where they can just cuddle up with motherfucking pajama pants and popcorn, watch movies type shit. That's what she on with him. And so everybody else, oh well, you deserve you deserve something better type shit. Like, man, what y'all talking? What the fuck y'all know? Y'all can't even keep a fucking relationship. Like, why the fuck would I listen to a Chrishell? What the fuck would I listen to a Chrishell who can't even keep a man? And then all of a sudden, when she can't keep a man, all of a sudden she want to go to the other side. All of a sudden, you're a pansexual now. And then why the fuck would I listen to a Jason? He can't keep a girlfriend. That nigga can't keep a girl for 2 to 3 goddamn months. So I ain't listening, nigga. Why would I listen to both? Why would you listen to them? Why would you listen to them? Fuck what they talking about. That's
you're very, very intelligent, and I didn't know that. And I remember that was like one of the first interactions that I had with him, and I was impressed by him. And we talk about business all the time together, you know, different stocks that we both invest in stocks. And
so numbers are your love language.
Yeah, exactly. Numbers are my love language. Yes, I love me some numbers. But yeah, no, he's definitely, you know, he had to make a living for himself too. We're constantly looking at different deals together, whether it's self-storage or different stocks and stuff like that, which I do love.
You and Chrishell called each other best friends. Do you think there was any more fighting you could have done to save the relationship, or?
For me, I feel like I tried my absolute hardest. I think that I probably could have maybe communicated better when it came to, okay, I am gonna go spend time with him. However, like, you know, it was one of those things where sometimes a lot of the stuff was last minute, and, you know, I didn't really know till the night before, and I don't feel like I need to, as a grown woman, send out a text and be like, hey, I'm going to go visit him. You know, these are like, this is my decision, this is my life, and I love you, and I've never treated you with anything but love and kindness, and I've been so supportive of your relationship, or whichever relationship, obviously, Jason, whoever it was, you know what I mean? Jason, G, I love my friends so much, I love my family so much, so like there was nothing else that I could have done.
Do you think there's any salvaging it in the future, or this friendship is dead and done?
I think there's a lot of damage that has been done. But like I said, I don't wish anything but great things for her, for G, for anything. And if she ever wanted to have a conversation and wanted to talk about things, I mean, the door is open.
What would the message be to her in this moment?
I mean, I really just want you to be happy. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, just want you to be happy.
A big critique of her from the other cast members this season is that maybe she's a secret mean girl. Maybe she operates from a place of thinking everyone's out to get her.
Yeah,
Do you see that at all now being on the other side of this?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, look, we had, you know, a
She think the
sisterhood.
world-
We really did. So
She
I'm
did.
not
She
going to
did
sit
right
here.
after.
I'm not going to come up and I'm not going to be like another girl and go up and bash her, because she doesn't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. But yeah, I don't think that everyone is always out to get you. I think that, you know, unfortunately we're on a show. So, I mean, I felt like that as well at times, you know what I mean? Especially when it comes to any relationship that I'm in. But, you know, my message to her would just be like, I don't think that everyone's out to get you, and you deserve to be happy. And I hope, you know, she is happy. I hope she finds happiness. Again, I wish nothing but good things for her. And I just kind of want all of this to end, all of the drama.
And that he makes you act irrationally, I think is what she said.
Yeah.
And then Chrishell in a recent interview said that Chelsea's not speaking to you either. Is that true?
I mean, Chelsea and I haven't not. So ever since the reunion, I just kind of was like, I need a second to leave. It was a lot. I mean, when I say it was emotionally draining, like you don't see, because I held it all together. But like when I went back to my trailer, like it was a lot. Like my dad sent me a message when I was on the couch, and you see me, I don't know if they had cameras on me, but you see me get choked up because he was like, I just want you to know we love you and we're so proud of you.
Oh yeah, we don't see that.
No. And it's like, I got that text, I tried to hold it together, and thank God we wrapped. But it was a lot. It was a lot. I went back to my trailer, and Chelsea actually came back to my trailer, and she saw that. So I love Chelsea. I will always love Chelsea from the bottom of my heart. It was one of those things where the reunion was just, I needed to take a step away from the show and the drama of it all. It was tough.
Something happened this season where it feels like things are at a tipping point. Like we reached a threshold of drama for this group. Chrishell's basically said she does not want to come back. That at this point in time,
Nobody want her ass back.
We'll see if that sticks.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want that hoe back anyway, bro. No, man, good fucking riddance. Good fucking riddance. Get the fuck on. Bye. Get the fuck on. Bye. Don't nobody want no Chrishell anyway. No, fuck that bitch. Go to Australia. Go have fun with your dogs and G, and y'all live y'all life over there. Because you are a snake in the grass. You think everything is about you. You think everybody's out to get you. You fucked over your relationship with your friends because you think it's all about you. And because you remember the situation, you fucked up with a Mazda too at one point. You fucked that whole situation up because you think everybody is out to attack you. Woe is me. My name is Chrishell. Everybody's after me. Bitch, you ain't that fucking special. Sit the fuck down somewhere. Go do something else. But I also got a bone to pick with Emma too. Emma, the only bone I got to pick with you, shorty, is this. You need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to mend that fence with Bree, because the shit that y'all did in the last season, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. Other than that, keep doing you, keep doing your thing. Fuck Chrishell. Be like real talk, fuck Chrishell, because no real friend would do anything like that. No real friend would do that to you. And regardless if they agree with it or not, they may say their piece up front, and then they'll just continue to keep supporting you. And the shit that she did was fucking foul. It was dirty. It was scandalous as fuck. And so she 110% wrong. 110% wrong. And anything or anything that she had, you know, any gripe that she had with you, that shit should have been handled offline. Not in public. I don't give a fuck if you're on a reality TV show, but if that's your true friend, that shit can be hashed on the back end. Y'all have that conversation on the back end. And it just kind of goes into just kind of goes into a conversation I was thinking about. It's hard for y'all ladies to have friends, bro. It's a lot of y'all ladies. This is why a lot of y'all can't have friends. Y'all love bomb the fuck out of each other. Y'all love each other till y'all don't. Y'all talk behind each other's back. Y'all gossip about each other. Y'all say shit about each other to other people. Y'all don't know how. Y'all don't know what the girl code is. See, fellas, we got a man code. We got a brother code. We got a guy code. Nigga, we live and die by the guy code. That means everything that happens or anything that gets done, we handle that shit on the back end. Nobody knows it. That shit gets handled on the back end. Conversations happen on the back end. If we gotta square up on the back end, it's gonna happen on the back end, but you would never see that shit in public. But y'all don't understand that shit. Y'all don't understand it. Y'all want to go to social media because your emotions trigger you so much, and now you're so fucking you do everything with a split second. You don't take time to fucking think. You're so sporadic with everything that you do. You ready to snap on somebody. This shit that you've been holding back for so many years. Now all of a sudden the straw done broke the camel's back. Now you just spewing out everybody's fucking business because you feel attacked, because you feel like you're in the corner. Fuck you, bro. Real talk. Like I'm real shit. I was right. And it was crazy. I think the thing is, I was seeing the transition season through season with you. The first couple of seasons, I think all the way up to when you were dating Jason. I was like, all right, she's straight, she's solid, like she cool. But it seemed as if soon as that season was over with, and then you went into this whole new you situation, you became an entirely different person. Maybe that was something, maybe those seasons beforehand, that was just a cover up of who you actually are. Maybe what this brought out the real you, or this may be the false version of you, and you're trying your best to try to fight it so hard because you know that you don't belong on that side, and so you trying everything offends you. Now people can't say shit about you. People can't say shit about G. People can't say shit about your life because you get so offended and everything. You just, oh, what was me? So it's one of the two. It's either one, you're becoming a bad actor because you really know that you ain't supposed to be on that side, but you're fighting it because I just want to feel the love. I just want to feel it. I just want to feel the love. Because you ain't get that from the guy that you were married to. So you had to go find it somewhere. But you know deep down in your heart of hearts, you ain't supposed to be over there. So therefore, you're going to try everything in your power to try to fight it. Or this snake in the grass person that you actually are has always been you. Has always been you, but you hid it really well. And you use different situations that happened to you to try to make it seem as if you were the victim. And that's how you've lived your life. You've always been the victim. You've always played victim through the way that you live your life. You ain't shit. And I said it. Maybe that's something you need to hear. You ain't shit. Now own it. Bree was right for calling you out. Yep, you a mean girl too. You are a mean girl too. You think it was cool for you to call? Yeah, the shit that Nicole did, egregious. I agree. But you just as bad for calling it out on her too. You think, oh, well, isn't it true? It don't matter if it's true or not. And what's it to you to say it? Snake in the grass asshole. I said it. I said it. I said it. But listen, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure y'all hit the bell notification. Listen, man, tonight was a short one. I wanted to make sure tonight was going to be a short one. Just wanted to see because my main thing I really wanted to focus on the Selling Sunset one tonight because I thought there was gonna be a good one, which it really was. Really was. I went the fuck in. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie, man. She triggered the fuck out of me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Chrishell triggered the fuck out of me, man. A lot of these girls do, man. Like I said, this shit, Selling Sunset is just as ratchet as Love and Hip Hop. It's just as ratchet. I don't care what y'all say. You can say, oh, well, the production's better. Don't give a damn. Still ratchet. Still ghetto. Still ratchet. And yes, ghetto is not only subject to black people. That shit ratchet, ghetto. Yup. Just because they white don't mean it's not ghetto. Yup. Ratchet, ghetto. Drama-filled, toxic, ghetto. That's exactly what it is. It's just a bunch of broads in skimpy dresses showing their cleavages, apparently showing houses. Some of them weren't even real estate agents. We ain't gonna even get into that, but just showing fake houses that ain't even selling for real. They ain't even selling houses like that, and just talking shit behind each other's back and gossiping and shit. Nigga, this shit is ratchet. Like I said earlier, the only thing different about Selling Sunset and the rest of them is them motherfuckers ain't throwing hands. That is it. Other than that, this shit just as ghetto. It's just as ghetto, just as ratchet, but everybody love it. So at the end of the day, they gonna get their bag. So I'm not hating on that. I'm not hating on it. You feel me? What you gonna do? But listen, man, tonight was a good show, man. Tonight was solid. Your boy need to get some rest, though. Your boy need to get some rest. Kick it with your boy. I thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. Tonight was good. I appreciate y'all. And make sure you tap into the Patreon. Listen, tap into the Patreon. You definitely don't want to miss out on that. Be the first to be in there because, again, I will be either one way or the other. I'm going to have it posted up before Monday. 0 to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm going to be giving you the ins and outs on, the things that I've learned and little things to pay attention to as you're growing your page and you're growing your brand on YouTube. All right? So, that being said, man, my good people, I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for kicking it with me. And until next time, I'll holler.